Hey everyone, this is Mayur. Welcome to ML Works. In this video, we'll be talking about all the theory aspects which we saw earlier. We'll do it in practical in this video. Okay, in the previous video, we saw what is variable, local, and global variables, and the data types and data structure. So we'll get started with variables first. So how to declare a variable? So if I have a price, it's equal to 10. So this is a valid variable name, and we can start with underscore as well. So price underscore price is equal to 10. Okay, 20. Now, if I want to declare an invalid variable, I can start with 9 price. So this is an invalid variable name. Okay, and if I have any special character inside a variable name, that also tends to be invalid. Okay, so here we can see the line number 10 and 11 are invalid variable name declaration. Okay, if I run this piece of code, Python 3, Python lesson 1, so it is throwing error on what this line number 10. I'm just modifying that price again here. Okay, so we can see that now that red color highlight is gone, so the error is removed. Let's see. Okay, now we are getting an error on line number 11 because of the special character inside a variable name. So we are taking out that particular special character also and running. So now we don't have any error. So if you are also trying to implement, right, just cross check the Python you are having actually. So currently I'm using Python version 3.6.9. Okay. What will happen is if you use some other version, something might not work actually. Especially what if you're using 2.7, right? There will be some changes with respect to what the way the print statement works or some other piece of code here. Okay, so this is how we declare a variable, and we saw how it throws an error when we use numeric or special characters. Next, we'll look at what is a local or global variable. So for that, first I'll define a function, local variable, and I'm declaring a price here. I'll just directly return price. Okay. So if I directly return price, just because I have a global variable, okay, here we have to check what will happen here. Let's see. Okay, if I run Python lesson 1 again, and I'm not calling the function yet, so I'll just call this function here, local variable print. Okay, so I'm running this piece of code, so we are getting 10 as the value. Okay, because this price is globally available to whole program, even to that function which we have here, unless if I give price here is equal to 50. Okay, now this price is local, this price variable is local to this function alone. Okay, so this price is getting updated here. Now let's run this piece of code again. Now it is returning 50 because we have modified the code inside that function and we are only running that function. Okay, so we are getting as value 50. Now if you want to check the global scope of this particular price, what we can do is we can print here, okay, price. So what will be the value here? It will be 50 or 10. What will be the value? So once we run this piece of line or piece of code, okay, we'll throw 10, 50. So what is happening? So first we have declared a variable here in line 8 as 10, price is equal to 10, which is by default is a global variable. And inside this function, we have another variable price, which is equal to 50, which is local to this particular function. Okay, so here we are printing price in line number 17, we are printing price. It directly refers to this global variable, and this particular line 18 where we are calling the function, it refers to this local variable inside this function. Okay, so that's why we are getting first price as 10, and when we are calling the function local variable, we are getting the price as 50. So this is the difference between local and global variable. So what are data types? So there are multiple data types we have. First is we have string data type, int, float and boolean value. Okay, so what I'll do is first I'll just declare a string variable. Name is equal to Python, and then we already declared an integer which is price. Okay, and a float height is equal to 9.5. Boolean is equal to true. Condition is equal to true. So what we can do right now is we can use the keyword type to understand the data type of that particular variable. Okay, and now we can just do this, and this is enough actually to understand what are the different data types we have. Okay. Another thing which we have to understand is typecasting. So here if you can see the output we got is the type of name. Okay, the type of this particular Python is string type. Okay, similarly this is floating and this is boolean. So if you want to check, we can run this again. Of boolean type. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll talk about typecasting, converting from one data type to another. So I have a variable a is equal to 8. Now I want to convert that into integer type, int of a. So what I'll do first is I'll see the type of this particular variable, and then after typecasting, what is the change in data type we have. Okay, so if we see here, this type of condition is boolean, and then we're declaring a variable a is equal to 8, which is of string type, and then we are doing typecasting using integer int keyword, and then we are checking the type of that particular b, value b, variable b, sorry. So we are seeing that it has been typecasted to integer type. This is typecasting. This change in what one data type to another is called typecasting. And next we'll talk about data structures. There are multiple data structures. First I'll talk about the built-in data structures, right? Built-in type, yeah. So we have a list, dictionary, set, and tuple. So what is a list? List is a list of elements, okay, of different data types. It can be of different data types. It is starts with what square braces, enclosed in square braces. Okay, and dictionary is a combination of key value pairs. This is how we declare a dictionary type. And then we have set. This is also curly braces we use, but it is a list of a series of elements. Tuple is similar to list. Only thing is we cannot modify the values of the tuple objects. Okay, so we have to declare it like this. Let's print. So if you see here, I've used this. These are keywords actually. We cannot take it as a variable. So I'll just do something called as underscore. I'll just do an underscore on each to turn it into a variable. Okay, now I'll just print this out. We'll talk about these data structures in the next videos, where we'll be using their different methods inside each of the data structure and how we can manipulate data for each data structure. Okay, so this is we are printing. This is list. This is key value pair. This is dictionary. This is again set, and this is tuple. Okay, and another thing to note is if I have in a set, we cannot have any duplicate values. For example, if I have another 3 here, if I run it again, okay, see I have what multiple 3 value, okay, here and here, but when I print it, there is only one 3 because set doesn't allow duplicate values to be present. And also there are like a lot of topics which I'll be covering. Actually, it's no point in covering here actually. So I hope this video is makes sense. Actually, we covered all the topics which we discussed theoretically in the previous video. And in the next video, what I'll do is we'll talk about how to create a virtual environment and why should we create one, and also we'll talk about comments in Python. Okay, I hope you understood this video, and thank you.